Kemba Walker's 8th season in the NBA, and for the 3rd time he's an all-star, but for the first time he has heard his name called as a starter, and it will come in the city where he has spent his entire career, Charlotte. Kemba Walker joins us from Milwaukee, where the Hornets play the Bucks tomorrow night. Kemba, congratulations, number one, and number two. I was reading last week where people were asking you about the possibility of being an all-star, and you said, well, I don't know, with the record of the team and that kind of thing. How gratifying is it at this moment to be sitting there and knowing you're one of the 10?
Oh, man, it's kind of surreal. It's kind of surreal. I had a lot of doubt coming into my early career about just even being the elite point guard in this league. So for me to become an all-star, for 2 straight years, and then now to become a all-star starter, most definitely proved the doubters wrong. So this is an unbelievable moment in my career.
Kemba, Shaq here. One, Uncle Chico says congratulations. 2, now that you know you're going to be a starter in Charlotte, what's going to be your mindset? I know the game was a couple weeks ago, but what's going to be your mindset? You just going to run up and down, or are you going to trying to get MVP?
I don't know yet. I know a lot of the players who play in their city usually goes for the MVP. I think I might as well. I'm going to try to play hard. Definitely want to get the win. But we'll see. I don't know.
Kemba, you guys are clinging to a playoff spot right now. You feeling really good about those playoffs?
I'm feeling good. We still got a lot of work to do, of course. We got to play better. I got to play better. Just got to get my team going. And, we got to just keep climbing, keep getting better every day, which we're doing. We're trying our best. So, whenever this season ends, hopefully we're one of the top 8.
Kemba, congratulations, firstly. Secondly, I want you to brag on yourself a little bit in this way. At being at your size, and let's not lie, you're 5'10". So being at your size, carrying an NBA team, tell us that much responsibility of carrying the offensive load and the things that you've been doing and consistently being in the playoffs for a team like in Charlotte, where sometimes the expectations were always all over the place. What do you have to do differently than an Anthony Davis or LeBron James, guys who can physically impose their will on the game?
I gotta bring it every day. I gotta bring it every night. I have to be on point each and every night with my leadership, with my play. Can't show much emotion because I am one of the leaders of this team, and as I go, my team go. I know I'm not as big or athletic as those other guys, but I have a lot of other skills and things that kind of get me over the hump. My heart is definitely one of the things that get me over the hump as well. My passion for the game, and my teammates feed off that.
Kemba, I'm always interested in the Charlotte situation and knowing the dynamic of being a player for a team that is owned by the legendary Michael Jordan, who is, looking over your shoulder. And we saw him earlier this year with Malik Monk made kind of the bonehead move, and MJ kind of tapped him on the back of the head a couple of times. What's it like playing with Michael watching?
I don't know. For me, I'm fine. I don't know about the other guys, but for me, I love it, man. I think it makes me take my game to a whole nother level. MJ is the GOAT in my eyes, and when he's there, I know I got to step my game up. So I love it when he's there. He's all about us. He's all about his team. He's all about us winning. So we want to impress him as much as possible.
My last thing for you is just a little bit off the court, because I know one of the highlights of being an all-star starter, and Charles and Shaq obviously know this, is the introductions before the game even begins. And it's going to happen in Charlotte, which is your gym. And you have been on Showtime at the Apollo showing off your dance moves. So are you going to have something special planned for the intros in Charlotte All-Star night?
Don't get Sandman on him. I'm telling you, don't get the Sandman.
Not that I know of yet. I don't know yet. It's going to be exciting, though. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. Gonna try my best to put on the show for the city.
I'm sure you will. And Kemba, a lot of folks happy for you, man.
Congratulations, brother.
Getting
Congrats,
your first
man.
All-Star start.
Appreciate that.
Congratulations.
New York in the building.
man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, thank you.
You got
Appreciate
it. Can't help but be happy for a guy like that who watches it happen.
He's such a good dude, but
His family always comes when we.
yeah, his mom is
yeah,
always she's
great.
funny, but it's such a privilege to play in the All-Star game. You never get tired of it, but it's just a tremendous honor.
Yeah, and they have a realistic chance now to get to the second round of the playoffs. Obviously, with the unfortunate injury to Victor Oladipo, because they have a legitimate shot possibly now because Indiana was possibly going to be the third seed. They're no longer going to be that.
You're right.
So they have a realistic chance.
We shall see.
To move up.
When we come
like
back.
that bet.
Okay.
Now that we know all the starters, who should the reserves be? Always leads to some lively debate.
Yes, it does.
Here on the panel, and
Guys.
we'll probably do that again when we come back. Keep it here.
Shaq got like everybody who just scores.
Shaq just hate everybody.
Anybody.
Hit everybody.
He just hate
All-Star.
everybody.
All-Star is singular, not because of what your team do.
Game Night Monday premieres, fittingly, Monday on NBA TV with a doubleheader featuring Steph Curry and the Warriors against the Pacers. Later in LA, Trae Young leads the Hawks against the Clippers. Coverage begins at 7 o'clock Eastern on NBA TV. The Twitter machine in full force. Something about Chuck and Shaq arguing this warms my heart every single time. Yeah, try sitting in this chair, Steve Smith.
You know what, Kenny? You know what Ernie Kenny just asked me?
What?
What night is Monday night game night on?
I did not ask you.
How long does 60 minutes last?
What do you ask you, Chuck?
I did have a guy in college ask, Coach, the 12-minute run, how long is that? It's like 12 minutes.
My college roommate Vern Strickland asked me one time, "Where's the Kentucky Derby at?"
They're the Eastern All-Stars, by the
You
way.
have to be smart to play basketball.
Just to recap for those of you who are just joining
I
us.
said, "I'm gonna go to live Kentucky."
Some guy asked me where the Golden State Warriors play.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I promise.
Oh, we know that. We know that.
I thought we were playing in San Francisco the whole time.
Boy, it's taken a long time to get to the arena.
I'm sorry.
Why don't we take a look at our reserve picks for the East? An agreement on Bradley Beal, Blake Griffin, Kyle Lowry, Chris Middleton, D'Angelo Russell, Ben Simmons, and Victor Oladipo. We know.
thought you had a crazy
And we
list.
know Victor Oladipo is out for the rest of the year, and so we all, kind of threw another name in there, but. We all like Nick Vucevic, who's having a
So we
career
agreed
year
on
in
every
Orlando.
all 7.
Yeah, basically. And but Charles,
You wanted to do 2.
I want to do 2 Brooklyn Nets because I think that,
He was next. He was next on my list after Vucevic. He was right next.
well, here's my question before we talk about Dinwiddie. No Jimmy Butler on anybody's list.
Didn't play enough games.
well, but, and also he gonna complain about getting shots in the All-Star game.
Stop. He just didn't play enough games for me in the Eastern Conference
Not this year.
to warrant it. But he is an all-star, obviously. He
Has been an All-Star.
and when the playoffs come, you know he's going to get the ball down the stretch. And that's going to be big for the Philadelphia 76ers. I don't think he's going to complain about not being an all-star, but maybe he's complaining about some things.
Yeah, but, it's going to be a tough pull for him to get the support of coaches to name him an Eastern Conference All-Star reserve. So,
He's gonna get 0 coaches votes.
and that's what you have to have to get in.
He ain't even gonna get his own coach vote.
Andre Drummond come to mind when you were looking at All-Star bigs?
No, I just thought the Detroit Pistons needed one.
Mm-hmm. He's got 2 Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, because the Brooklyn Nets are balling.
Well, there's 6 in the. There's 6. It's
balling.
not like they got.
Wait, they got a better record than the Pistons?
I know they do. I'm just saying. I'm just bringing up Andre Drummond.
But what the
Just saying,
Brooklyn Nets have done is
multiple All-Stars.
No, listen,
overachievement.
What you
It's
say?
overachievement too.
What you would say? I think it's fair to say, when you look at the playoff teams, there's not one single person had the Brooklyn Nets making the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
Not one person.
Unless you play for the Nets.
Yes.
Other than that,
Hey, listen, I don't even
some of
think
them,
so.
half of them was like,
hold
well,
on.
not this year.
So hold on. You mean to tell me Drummond's not playing better than both of the Brooklyn guys you picked?
They got a better record.
He's not playing at D'Angelo Russell, no.
D'Angelo Russell's having an all-star.
He's not playing. He's not playing
What
for
about the
D'Angelo.
other one? Dinwiddie.
About the
Yes.
same.
He's playing great too.
About the same.
Okay, so you
Let-
like okay, so Ernie just
getting
asked
18
me.
points,
I
whatever,
love
whatever.
Andre Drummond. I voted for him. I voted for Blake.
This kid's balling right here.
Yes,
Okay.
he's playing
Yeah,
great.
no, he's
but
balling.
think about it. You got two guys in Detroit who people are all-stars. They're not in the playoffs if the season started today. And the Brooklyn Nets are. And I'm rewarding them.
So you think, Shaq, the only thing I want to say, I understand what your point is, but you
Man's
would
one of the
believe-
top rebounders.
Can I say this?
Yes.
Well, leads the league.
You would say that, did you have Blake Griffin on there?
Yes.
Yes, I
So
do.
you're saying that you have 2 All-Stars on your team and you can't win, you're not 500? To me, that's not
That
possible.
don't make sense, Zach.
In the Eastern Conference, that doesn't make sense.
But it takes more than 2 people.
But in the Eastern Conference, there's guys who don't have
More than 2
one.
people.
Okay, so what about Brooklyn? They don't. Going into the season, nobody thought D'Angelo Russell was going to be an All-Star or Dinwiddie.
Okay, so if you got the best player in the game, where should your record be right now?
Best player in the game, you
Yeah.
should be close to the playoff than the playoffs.
Okay, cool. All right, let's check it.
And Giannis,
Check, the Lakers
Giannis-
would have made. They would be way up
I'm-
higher if LeBron hadn't been hurt.
I'm just asking questions, bro.
Was it tough for you guys on the Milwaukee Bucks side? Here they have the best record in the Eastern Conference. Who should the second guy be besides Antetokounmpo? I know we got Middleton, but I mean they got a lot of guys who were so close.
Wasn't tough.
Middleton,
close.
Bledsoe.
It wasn't tough.
It wasn't close for me.
Really?
That guy is.
You know, his
Middleton's their second best player.
Okay, but
his numbers are down. His numbers are
His
down. from
impact
last
is
year.
not down.
All right, but
To me, his impact is
answer me this: Greek Freak is a man on that team. Right?
without question.
Yes.
You take him away. What does Middleton do? Does he have the same impact on the game? No. Thank you. That's my point.
What?
That's
No,
my point.
check.
No, stop
Hold
it.
on.
Stop it.
So you're telling me?
I'm telling you what.
Hold on. Derek Fisher. Let me take it somebody. Rick
Derek
Fox.
Fisher was never All-Stars.
Hold
They're
on
not
for a
All-Stars.
second. Hold on for a second. Derek Fisher.
They're not All-Stars.
Okay, do you think,
Can I-
do you
hold
think
on, hold on.
Eddie
Let me-
Jones would have the
can I
same
think it's
impact
important?
not playing with you?
No, he wouldn't.
Okay, then.
That's
He
how-
made the All-Star.
But
He
you
made
know-
it.
But hold on.
Your impact helped him.
But hold on. He had great numbers that year.
I'm not saying he
No,
didn't.
but I'm
Yeah,
saying
Because if your
numbers that
impact,
I was saying Derek Fisher, Rich Fox. If they don't play with you and Kobe, you think they have the same effect?
Okay. All right. Okay. Another question: if you put Chris Middleton on a different team, does he have the same impact? Putting up those.
Middleton's a good player.
I
do.
Scoring? Yeah.
Does he have All-Star numbers? That's
He
what
has
I'm
the
asking.
same- He has the same.
No, he does not. Cut it
I-
out.
no,
Don't-
I think he
You
would.
don't
Stop
think
it.
Chris Middleton could score on anybody?
I think he could have higher numbers if he weren't playing with Freak.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have higher numbers.
Playing with
Middleton's a bad boy,
would
man.
not.
Man,
Guys, don't sleep
no,
on
he
him.
Don't
is.
sleep on
Listen,
He's a bad boy.
I think that's why we both had him as a.
He's not a
reserve.
superstar, but he is an all-star. That's the
I
difference.
but I
To
understand.
me, this is the difference.
No, but hold on. Let me
All
finish.
right.
I understand that. When you have certain people on the floor, it opens up. When that person's not on the
That's a
floor, then you got to
superstar.
do.
But listen to the difference. What
Hold
I'm
on, you
saying,
don't
Shaq.
think Middleton opened the floor up for Greek?
What you mean open the floor for Greek?
He's
no,
the spacing.
No. Greek opened the floor for him.
No.
stop it.
Oh, no.
Shaq, can I say one
When
thing?
that man go to the hole, it's 5 people trying to block a shot. All he got to do is do this. That man taking wide open shots.
I have one question to ask you.
Yes.
And you're right.
I know I'm right.
But there's a superstar and an all-star. A superstar affects the games to me in 4 ways. We always know scoring, rebound, and assist. But a superstar can affect the game in leadership or pace of the game or defense. That's 6 different ways. An all-star usually only can affect the game twice, 2 different ways: scoring
That's not
and
true.
assist.
That's
scoring.
not
That's
true.
an all-star.
That's not
That's
true.
the difference between a
is
superstar
not.
and an
That is
all-star.
not, 'cause
How
you
many
know-
ways does an all-star affect the
No,
game?
because you know what? Because most superstars have been all-stars. What the hell are
No,
you talking
a
about right now?
superstar is an
no,
all-star, but
no,
an
no.
all-star isn't a superstar.
I have one other.
Kobe
I have-
Bryant and LeBron James is tied for what? The most all-stars, and they're superstars. What the hell are you talking about right now?
I just got one other question for you. I got
Because you
one
ain't
other-
making no point.
You missed it. You missed it.
Stop for 1 second. I got one other question.
Yes.
How come you put these guys on your list and then you argue that they shouldn't be on there?
I didn't argue. I'm just saying because.
Okay.
No,
You said Middleton
I'm just
should
hearing
make it.
things.
No,
All right.
because I know you softies was going to try to talk me. Oh, he got a better. He got a better.
Let's bring out some
Is a man
Jordan
an
brand,
all-star player
Jordan
or not?
brand All-Star jerseys.
Yo, man, you need to
Nice.
I'll get you a job at Fox News.
This is. Oh, look at these.
You gotta see things your way, and that's it.
Like
Oh,
this.
man.
Like this very much.
Oh,
And the
thank you.
personalized.
No
with the
penalizing
rocket,
guys because they don't have great
32,
records.
like that
I
very
wish.
much.
That's nice right there.
I wish.
Thanks, Mike.
I wish.
This is
Malloy.
these jerseys drawing inspiration from the '91 game in
Now, this is
Charlotte.
KJ one.
You remember the '91 game in Charlotte, do you not, Charles?
Do I remember that?
Yeah, you were the MVP,
MVP.
man.
Oh my goodness!
I don't know why.
Get up right
Yeah.
there.
I don't know why.
Karl Malone, get out there, hands down, man down, Mark Jackson.
17 points, 22 rebounds for the Chuckster.
Thank you, man.
All-Star game 1990.
And you had a good team, too.
I got an MVP for 17 points.
And your
Hell
team.
no.
It's 22 more.
Oh, whoopee freaking do.